In improv,
Yeah.
you have to build chemistry. How do you do that?
Listening without any judgment. Improv for me is like my right brain is completely activated during it, and my left brain, the logic side, is just sort of like almost helicopter parenting behind the right brain, where it's just like, okay, this needs to go somewhere in order for the scene to move forward, like just dramatically.
Yeah.
My audition for Second City Touring Company, I was paired with a guy who was a habitual auditioner, a guy that drove everybody crazy. And I found this all out later. When we did this scene, I remember I was playing darts, and I thought he was great. I find out like a month, 2 months later after I got hired that, oh, they put you with that guy to see if you could do anything with him. And we ended up improvising this great scene. Del Close, who was this genius improv guru, and I don't think it's his specifically, but he always had this theory that like the best idea with no support will always lose to the worst idea with full support. Wow. So here was this guy, almost like the personification of the worst idea, and I went into it just fully supporting, listening to him, dealing with them, thinking like, oh, this guy's like a wonderkin.
Yeah.
And little did I know he's like someone that they're all like, oh, look, Ray's coming back in,
Yeah.
like who knew?
Well, so I want to take that into the workforce and to corporate life and to people who maybe are struggling a little bit to get along with colleagues or coworkers or bosses or whatever else. Different personalities, obviously. Yes. You deal with a lot of different personalities in showbiz and in Hollywood and in acting. What would you say to the people on Grow Wired that are not in Hollywood but are in the office and trying to like deal with those personalities?
There's two like quotes that come to mind. One, I'm going to get them both a little bit wrong because they were said by smarter people than I. But like Mark Twain quote of like every man and woman's life is a tragedy, a comedy, and a drama. Like just the acceptance of that. And then a fellow that I worked with at 30 Rock, that was a director there, he used to always say, everybody's fighting their own battle.
Yeah.
And so you don't really know if you're dealing with someone's true character or intuition, or maybe you're dealing with their baggage. Yeah. And their baggage could be like they just got a rough text from a spouse or a kid or a parent or something. You never know what someone's dealing with. And so if you have the opportunity to get to know people, like to get to know them a little bit and their highs and lows and their ups and downs and left and rights, and see beyond just what they're presenting on social media or in real life, like then you can usually end up empathizing with them in a way that makes them a little less frustrating, but then you can then have a breakthrough, hopefully together, if you try to get human with each other, try to get present.
In business, what do you think is the role of improv and the role of comedy? How can improv help improve the culture in a workplace environment?
I'm a big believer that if everybody took improv classes, there'd be no more traffic. everybody would yes and hey, yes and
go ahead, merge in.
Exactly.
Go ahead, cut me off.
Exactly. That's fine. Beep beep. There's value in people that say no but, or it's nice to have one of those people in the room to be like, wait, The Simpsons did that, in comedy rooms, or be like, isn't that too similar to this, or does it make sense, like sort of a logic cop? I have a tendency to wear that hat in things that I do on occasion, just trying to make sense of the choices that we're making dramatically or comedically. But then for the most part, you need people just to run this crazy idea, whatever it is, this crazy product, this crazy, product name, whatever it is, just run it up the flagpole and see what happens. Yeah. And if everybody, yes ands it, you'd be amazed at how far up that thing can go. Yeah. I've seen it happen many, many times. Yeah. There is a true opportunity for some new math when you're working in that mind space that 1 + 1 can equal 3. And there's like a little bit of magic and a little bit of love that can come out of the group mind.
Yeah, it goes hand in hand literally with what you just said. If we just maintain an open mind and we're open to other people and their personalities and we're also open to their ideas, like we can make magic, right?
Because there's timelines, there's deadlines, budgets, there's plenty of rules set in there to play within. Every sport has its set of rules and its boundaries, and you have to do that, and yet amazing things can happen within those boundaries. So boundaries are good. I think the blank page is extremely, extremely daunting as much as it is liberating. But having these structures and this especially even a history of the way things are typically done or the way things are typically sold or spoken about, if you can just shift a paradigm a little bit within yourself and then within your own circle, I think you can make quite a dent in the culture and the community.